Dave, I went to my first live show since COVID broke. So it's been, I'm trying to think, because I went to a show and it was on Leap Day of 2020. So it was the 29th of February was my last show. COVID was very much a presence. Some people were masked. I remember at one point I dropped some chapstick and was just like, well, never gonna touch that chapstick again. People, they made sure bathrooms were already like one entrance you had to go in and one you had to leave out of. So it was very present, but not obviously to the shutdown level yet. Still
sacrificing your chapstick like that, bold.
Yeah, well, at the time we weren't educated on what this COVID was quite yet, or at least I wasn't. Other
Correct.
People probably were more than I was. So, that was Celine Dion, which is like kind of a weird like last show for me to see before COVID. I saw Vampire Weekend a month before, and that was awesome. Celine Dion was great, but like just not totally my cup of tea. What was your last show before COVID?
YBN Corday and 24K Golden.
The good one.
Yeah, around the same time. Corday switched his name since then.
Yeah. Drop the YBN, just Corday. But I got to see probably my favorite live band, live performance, live show last night as LCD Soundsystem is performing a 20 show residency that started back on November 23rd and is running until the 21st of December at Brooklyn Steel, which at least when it opened was part owned by James Murphy. I'm not sure if he's a part owner still. I'd have to look into that more. But pretty much whenever LCD wants to play Brooklyn Steel, they just get to play as many shows as they want, and it always sells out. And tickets, get bought out in seconds, and the prices get jacked up. So it's always exciting when they come. Brooklyn Steel is a good venue to see them too, because it's only about 2,000 people max. So it's a pretty intimate setting for an LCD show. It was weird, I will say that, being at a concert again, just kind of like, some people had masks, some didn't. Some people were being respectful. Other people were very much just back to like olden times, bumping into people, didn't really care, being, scallywags and whatnot. But gotta say, this definitely felt like an LCD warm-up show. And I only say that, not that the show was bad. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thought the band sounded great for the most part. They played a lot of deep cuts, a couple of songs from like early records that they haven't played since like 2007. One of the songs that they're playing again in live shows. It's called On Repeat. And this is their first time performing in 3 years, these shows. So they're obviously trying to get back in shape. They've already been announced as headliners for a couple of festivals next year. So they're just trying to get back in the swing of things. They played some deep cuts, which a lot of people in the crowd didn't know or didn't respond to, at least the way that they wanted to. James Murphy at one point even said like, yeah, we're doing a lot of shows, so we're just switching it up a little bit. You guys probably don't know these songs as well, so we're just doing it for us. And everybody's like, okay, whatever. They still sounded cool. But man, when LCD Soundsystem plays, shuts up and plays the hits, man, they fucking rock still. And there really is like nothing like hearing songs like All My Friends, Dance Yourself Clean, even songs like Daft Punk is playing at my house. Just the energy that comes along with that, and the whole crowd is like singing, and like you can kind of feel the movement in it. It's just a different energy, and really nice to have live music back. I will say, I wish they played a few less songs from their newest album, American Dream, which we did review. Check out that review on Spotify, or on YouTube, I should say. Especially Emotional Haircut. I don't know if you remember that song, Dave, but yesterday when they played it, it all just sounded like one sound. It like everything kind of blended together. I'm not sure if it was the acoustics of Brooklyn Steel. I don't know if it was something with the band. I guess on a couple of shows, or at least on one of the shows early on, they blew out some of their equipment unexpectedly. So maybe they're still having some technical issues with some of the songs. But it just sounded really uncharacteristically like blended together, which is not usually how I experience the LCD song. So it's a little taken aback by that. But gotta say, still awesome to see LCD Soundsystem live. If you can ever catch a show, highly recommend. Just try to get tickets right when they come out, because they get jacked up quick. But
yeah, Dave, in general, I've maybe this is pent up demand with COVID. I've noticed that ticket demand is high in
Oh yeah.
Ticketmaster. They don't give a fuck if a bot buys it. They just want to sell it. So
Yeah, I heard you
it's
couldn't get those Rodrigo tickets.
I just no. Well, a lot of people expressed disappointment in Olivia Rodrigo ticket availability, but she is playing smaller venues. No,
Yeah.
I did. I struggled to get Charlie XCX tickets, and I was even like
Ooh,
queued in the line before they went on sale and everything, and I still didn't get them,
damn,
which
that's
was a
crazy.
big bummer. So probably gonna shell out twice as much as I should have had to pay to see it later. So yeah,
Yeah, unfortunately, that's how it works. But live music is nice to have back. People just get boosted, please.